Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to transform your car from this into this. So this is the kit that I decided to go with. It's called NightGlowe. I've used their kits in the past for my Starlight headliner and they worked out great, so I thought I'd give this a shot as well. The actual lights make designs and patterns that are uniform, and it's just better quality product than just those cheap ones you get on Amazon that only have just one continuous color, right? So in the box comes your main controller. So this has your Bluetooth and stuff, and then it also has two separate connectors for your two different channels. So the biggest reason I went with this kit is because it has the RGB chase function, and then it comes with two separate rooms of LEDs, and then each LED strip has its own connector. Here's the second one right here, and then it also comes with your power harness which has a built-in fuse, and then it comes with some hardware, some zip ties, and some clamps, and then your instruction manual. Alright, so the next step is to lay out your LEDs in the position that you're going to install them on your car. So I have the strip on the right that's going to be installed on the right side of my car, and the strip on the left that's going to be installed on the left side. So you can see how they're broken up into three different sections. So there's a shorter one, there's one long one, and then there's another shorter one at the back. So the way that this is meant to be installed is the two shorter ones are going to start from your bumper. So they're going to be from the middle of your bumper, and then they're going to come around, and then your side skirts are going to be covered with the long ones, and then the two shorter ones are going to go to the rear of your bumper, or your rear bumper. So this is because the LEDs have a sequence, so you can see how they're flowing, right? They're flowing from front to the back, and you want to make sure that the sequence is consistent, or it's an actual sequence. It's not just like going this way and then going that way, going this way, going that way. So you want to make sure you position them in a way where the sequence flows around the car. Alright, so when I first installed these custom headlights, I also installed demon eyes in the two lenses. And to power those demon eyes, I used the fog lights power. That was because I could just turn it on and off in the car using the fog light switch, and it just made it overall easier to use. So I'm thinking of doing the same thing with the Underglow, because it's also close to where the Underglow is going to start. But if you really wanted to hardwire it in, you could. Just keep in mind in German cars that there's only a fuse box in the glove box and in the trunk. So you would have to run a hard wire through the firewall into your engine bay just to power these lights up. So I think it's a little more hassle than it's worth. So I think just wiring it in with your fog lights is the better way to go, for sure. Alright, so this is the fog light wiring connector. So you can see it has two wires, one positive and one negative. So we're just going to chop this off, the connector, and then we can solder our wiring harness for our Underglow in. If you want to keep your fog lights, you can also do that. You can just use some wire taps and tap into these wires and just steal power from them. If you want to keep your fog lights, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just chop it off. And there you go. We have some secure and waterproof connections. Alright, so now that we have everything wired in, we can lift up the car and we can start installing the lights. Alright, so now I have the car lifted up on some ramps. Now we have access to underneath. So we're going to start with the front bumper, and then we're going to do the side skirts, and then finally we're going to jack up the back and then switch the ramps to the back, and then we're going to do the back side. Alright, so the next step, we need some isopropyl alcohol and we need a microfiber towel. That's because we need to clean the underneath of the car before we stick on the strips. Alright, so we're just going to liberally spray the isopropyl alcohol all around. We're gonna grab our microfiber, just wipe everything down. So this is just to get rid of all the grease and the grime that's underneath. So the 3M tape that's attached to the strips has a better chance at sticking, and it'll just give it overall a longer life. Alright, so now that everything is cleaned, ready to install the strip. So the first strip is going to be the shorter one that has the connector on it. That's going to start from the middle of the front bumper. So we're going to start it here, and it's going to go around. It's going to end up here. So this part is going to end up right here, and then we're going to have this extra wire to run it to our side skirt. So let's start with that. It's very easy to install. It's literally just double-sided tape. This 3M tape, I tested it. It's also very, very strong, so I have no doubts that's going to come off. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so now we literally just peel off the backing, get the first bit stuck on. So I'm going to install it a little further back. That's about the middle right there. I'm going to install a little further back on the front spoiler or the front splitter, just because you don't want to be able to see the actual lights. So when we're looking from the top of the car, we're not going to be able to see the actual strips, but the light will still reflect off and you'll still be able to see the light properly. The light will still look nice. So literally just go around sticking this down like so, pushing firmly to make sure it's all stuck. And you can see it's very tight on there. This is not coming off. All right, so here's the first strip installed. You can see I curved it with the front lip as well. So the good thing about this kit is that it's flexible. There's a lot of other kits you can get online, like Amazon and stuff. They come with an aluminum channel instead of like a plastic rubbery one or a silicone one that is flexible. So make sure you get one that has the plastic or rubber. All right, so now we can do the second strip. So literally the same exact thing. These strips, I'm just gonna overlap them just a little bit, just by this much, just to make sure there's no dead spots in the middle, even though the light will probably cover it out, but I have enough that I can overlap this. So if your car is a little wider and you're not able to overlap it, even if you have like a 2 or 3 inch gap in between, it's not gonna be the end of the world. You're not gonna be able to see it, but I just have extra, so I'm gonna overlap it to account for the extra so that it doesn't stick out at the end of the bumper over there. All right, first we just want to lay out our side strip because the side strip isn't as long as the full car. There is about a 2 or 3 inch gap on each side, so we want to make sure that's centered in the middle. We don't want it to be too far forward or too far backwards. So just lay that out first, mark out where that is, so about 3 inches in for me, and then we're going to start the strip from there, and then that way we'll have 3 inches at the end too. So the side skirt, you can see it has some bolts and it has jack pads. It has a bunch of things on the side, so we want to avoid those. We don't want to put our strip on top of any of those places. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the back of the side skirt here. I'm going to bend it up, go around the jack pad, and then go back behind the bolts. So again, same thing. First things first, we need to wipe it down with isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber to give this the best chance of sticking. All right, so this is the underside of the car. So we want to run the wires around the suspension, so we don't want it to get caught up in the suspension. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this wire here, I'm gonna zip tie it up to this hose here, and then I'm gonna run it along, and then I'm gonna run it straight back until it goes to the side skirt. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so here's how I have it running. So I have it running here, zigzagging a bit just to get rid of some of the extra slack, and then it's running back to the subframe, and then it keeps going down. It goes to the body. There's a little hole that I drilled to secure a zip tie onto, and then it goes to the side skirt piece. All right, so now that we've got the wires for the strip secured underneath the car, we can go ahead and install the main controller. And we can grab our leads, our 2 leads, and we can just fish them down to where the connectors are for the first strips. All right, so this is how I ran it. So I drilled an additional hole into the bumper right here to secure the zip tie. This hole was already here. Secured the 2 connectors. Then I ran it across. There was another hole. I drilled in to secure the zip tie. Ran it across, another hole. Now everything is secured, and then it goes back up. So now we can go back to the top of the car and secure the excess and stick our main controller in place. I'm gonna mount my main controller down through here, up through here, and then I'm just gonna grab some double-sided tape and I'm gonna stick it on top of the fan shroud right here. That way it's hidden, and then there's not gonna be any wires. So I'm gonna tuck these wires down in here too. There aren't gonna be any visible wires when you open the engine bay. It just gives an overall cleaner install. It's more professional. All All right, so I turned the car back on. I turned on the fog lights, and you can see that the strips are on. See that? You can kind of see these ones. It's very bright out right now, but you can still see them, which shows how bright they actually are. Because usually in this type of light, you would be able to see anything at all. Now we have everything done up front. We're just going to reinstall the headlight and then pack everything up from the hood, and then we can move to the rear. So we can jack up the rear and then figure out where to put these pieces. All right, so this is what the back looks like. So I was thinking we could run the strip along here and then up through here under the exhaust and then down to the middle of the diffuser. And then same thing on the other side. All right, so you guys already know the drill. We're gonna grab our isopropyl alcohol, wipe down everything that we're gonna stick the strips to. So the inside of the canards or the bumper extensions, the diffuser, and then this part of the diffuser as well, just to give it the best chance of sticking. All right, so here's how it's looking. You just find any hole, just zip tie it together. Just make sure it's not going through the control arm or anything like that. It's not touching the axle. If you want, you can attach it onto your sway bar, because the sway bar doesn't move that much. Just make sure it's loose, because the sway bar does have torsion, so it does rotate a little bit, but it shouldn't be an issue for this. And then it runs. There's a little hole down there, and then there's the fuel tank hanger, and then it's down to the side piece on the side skirt. So there you guys go. You can't even tell anything is installed. If you walk around the car, there's nothing hanging down. Everything looks super clean. There's no wires or anything sticking out. To the back side, all the way around. It's flawless. So now let's turn it to the nighttime, and we'll see what it looks like at night. And there you guys have it. That's how you install Underglow on your car at home. So as you guys saw, it's a very simple process. It's very easy to do. It took me about an hour and a half to complete and required very minimal tools. So if this is the first video you're catching of mine, please consider subscribing. And if you feel like you've learned something new or interesting, please drop a like and comment down below. See you guys in the next one.